Jamahal Hill is still going after Ariel Helwani, and we all know why. So after that weird interview between Chelsone and Ariel Helwani, we have Jamahal Hill blaming Ariel Helwani for it, even though both of them were acting horribly. Let's take a listen what Jamahal Hill has to say. And I'm gonna break this thing down.
But whenever you had a problem with me, you was crying to my manager, he's threatening me, he's doing this, he's doing that. Now that was a real bitch move. Now let's be clear. You were only being tough like this, talking all of these things, because you had a screen in between y'all.
Both of them were doing the same thing. Ariel Helwani and Chelsone are friends, colleagues. They have worked with each other before. They had their own show, and they never acted like this, face to face. So you cannot say that to Ariel Helwani without saying that to Chelsone. Chelsone never talked like this in front of Ariel Helwani. So what the fuck are we talking about here? But let's continue.
If Chelsea in your face in person, you're not talking like that. Like, let's be real. You know, we got a video right here, which I wasn't going to address. I was going to leave it out, you know.
What you're gonna see is the dumbest point ever. But of course, Jamahal Hill really hasn't anything like real bad things to say about Ariel Helwani. He's doing this so he can go to his buddy Dana White on his knees, say that, look, daddy, look what I have done to Ariel Helwani. Did you see my video trashing Ariel Helwani? That's the real reason why Jamahal Hill is doing this. But let's continue.
I seen this a while back, but it's like, this is what you like in real action. Like whenever shit really go down and get hyped, this is how he act.
So make sure you got a call back.
And they not even coming after you.
This is the dumbest point ever. So, Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul started to fight each other. Ariel Helwani was in between them. He left. And there are 10 securities. He got out of the fucking way. So should he stay there between Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul and 10 different securities? Are we serious right now? But you know what's funny about this? Jamahal Hill is not gonna say this to his matchmakers, to Dana White, when the fighters are in face-off and they start fighting each other and there are the security picking the fighters up. You're not gonna say to matchmaker, why you being so pussy? Stay between the fucking fighters. You're not gonna say that. You're not gonna say that to your daddy Dana. You're not gonna say that, but you're gonna say to Ariel Helwani. Is Ariel Helwani a fucking security or is he fucking media personality? Which one is he? Yes, I understand if he was a fucking security and he left. Oh, that's a fucking pussy move. You get fired. Because your job is to protect fighters from themselves. But he's a fucking interviewer. So he should just get in between these two guys. I will do the same thing. Like, I'm not here to fucking fight. I'm not a fucking security. I'm not getting paid to do this shit. Same thing in the UFC. The Dana White and the matchmakers are not stopping the fighters. It's the security stopping them. In the YouTube boxing scene, they are letting these guys fight each other for a while in order to build up the fight. UFC doesn't do that. So of course, when Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul starts fighting each other, bunch of securities run towards them. You get out the fucking way. Are you gonna stay in the middle of 10 security and Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis? Come on. But Jamahal Hill is not gonna go out there and call Dana White and the matchmakers bunch of fucking pussies and bitches. He's not gonna do that. Instead, he's gonna be on his knees and telling his daddy Dana that look what I said about Ariel Helwani. Am I good boy?
The attack wasn't even coming after you and you getting out of there. But you talking about bitch move, this and that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. And Chelsone was saying that I'm gonna choke you. Both of them were being idiots. Both of them. A professional fighter threatening an interviewer because he was losing a goddamn argument. Isn't that the biggest bitch move ever? Even Josh Masvidal came out dissing Chelsone and he said the same thing. You're not gonna say that to me. You're gonna say that to Ariel Helwani, but you're not gonna say that to me. But trust me, Jamahal Hill would go after Chael Sonnen if Dana White hated Chael Sonnen. Let's be real.
If you a bitch like you are, like we see that you are, be that at all times. Talking to fighters how you steady talking to them, everybody not gonna have that same chivalrous mentality with you, bro. They're not gonna respect you for, oh, he's just weak as the weak ass person that you are. You know what I mean? So that's like.
So fighters cannot really debate Ariel Helwani, so they're gonna resort to violence. Is that what he means? Fighters are a bunch of fucking retards that cannot really say anything, cannot talk, so they resort to violence. We live in a civilized society. If you resort to violence, you're gonna end up in a fucking prison or dead. This is America, everybody has a fucking gun. So if you come after Ariel Helwani, you're gonna be dead. He's gonna shoot you. We have the great equalizer. So what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, dude, I don't give a fuck who you are. I will say this to your fucking face. What the fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? You're gonna punch me? You're gonna end up in a fucking prison or dead. The only people you should be scared of is the leaders in your country. If you live in North Korea, you better not say anything bad about Kim Jong-un. If you live in Russia, you better not say anything bad about Putin. But everybody else, especially a goddamn fighter, fuck out of here. This is why men don't fuck around. We know the consequences. You cannot go to fucking street and punch somebody in the fucking face because you're gonna end up dead. If you cannot debate with Ariel Helwani, just say it. Hey, Ariel Helwani, my IQ is fucking 1. And I cannot debate you. So I don't wanna talk to you. Cool, no problem. But when you're saying that, oh, he's a bitch, while you are in your fucking knees to Daddy Dana. Dude, if you fighters were, brave guys and not fucking bitches, you guys would get paid millions of dollars a long time ago. Instead, you guys are getting fucked over. Your Daddy Dana can say whatever about you. There's no consequences. The matchmakers can treat you guys like a fucking dirt and nobody says nothing. But you dare to call Ariel Helwani a fucking bitch. Ariel Helwani is a 10 times more man than you ever be. Ever. Have you guys ever been in a workplace where you guys been treated like shit? You got paid very well, but you were treated like shit. Did you stay in that job? No. I've been in that kind of situation. I left. I don't care how much money I get. I got less money in the next job. I don't care. I will not tolerate disrespect. That's why I will never be a fucking fighter. And you know what Ariel Helwani did? Ariel Helwani left the ESPN job, which was the biggest risk he has ever done in his career. Like, that's a real deal. Like, if you're a media personality, you get to ESPN, that's a fucking, your childhood dream. That's every media personality's dream. And he left that job because he didn't like how he was treated. The same thing what Francis Ngannou did. Francis Ngannou is a real man. It didn't matter how much money Dana White, the UFC, was offering him. He simply didn't want to be treated that way. And he said that I don't care if I lose everything. I will go back to my country and become a farmer. I accept that. I don't care. But I will not be treated like this. That's a man. That's a real man. Punching somebody in a fucking face in an octagon wearing boxers doesn't make you a fucking man. That makes you a fucking prostitute, as CN Strickland said. And then you have to go to your YouTube channel and talk shit to Ariel Helwani because your Daddy Dana hates him. You guys are worse than a fucking dirt, especially Jamahal Hill. And remember what Jamahal Hill did when video was released of Dana White slapping his wife? He was defending it. And you can see everybody in a comment section saying that Jamahal Hill is sucking Dana White off. We all can see what you are doing. Like, this how much of a fucking pussies you guys are. Especially people like Jamahal Hill. But he dares to call Ariel Helwani a fucking bitch. Being a physically weak, your physical abilities doesn't make you a man. What makes you a man is how you carry yourselves. And Ariel Helwani has carried himself very well. But you don't.
That's just absolutely like just bananas to me, bro. You gotta. I lost my train of thought, bro.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought because There's nothing between your fucking ears, you dumb fuck. Now, before I end this video, let's take a listen what Cian Strickland had to say about being a fighter.
Like, again, us versus, let's say, porn stars. What's the difference?
You do both take shots to the face, I suppose.
Yes, but again, I love my job, but I'm not going to go look in the fucking mirror and think I'm like I'm LeBron James. I'm not. I'm a fucking prostitute, man. I take my fucking clothes off. Dana says, go fight that guy. I'm like, all right, Dana, how much? And he gives me a number, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go, Dana. I'll fight that motherfucker. So, I just don't have an illusion of I'm not disillusioned of what I am.
With all the crazy things Cian Strickland says, he has sometimes very great points. Anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this. Click the like, subscribe to this channel, and we will see each other in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.